that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof as grasshoppers. It stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. So God, basically, the firmament was the tent. It's the canopy. And he sits upon it. And as we've stated many times before, the word circle here is not sphere. In the Hebrew, it is the word kug, which means circle, not sphere. There is a word in Hebrew called dur, which is ball. Did not use the word for ball here, it used the word for circle. So what he's saying is that this dome is a circle that goes around. And I don't have time to get into it, but I can show you where the Hebrew letters bear this out, that the dome is the high fence that creates. God made us a place to live. It's not spinning, orbiting, hurling through space. We're not the speck of the dust like, what was his name? The famous guy, I can't even remember. We're not the speck of dust in the galaxy. Sagan. Yeah. But this confirms Ezekiel talking about the throne set on the firmament. It says he sits on the circle of the earth. Bible is consistent. It's saying the same thing. This is not metaphor. This is real. All right? Now let's keep going. Y'all going to love this. This is, what's the website? Everybody look at the top there. All right? NASA.gov. April 1961, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, calculation of wind compensation for launching unguided rockets. Pretty serious stuff, rocket science. Rocket science, calculating wind, right? Pretty important thing to know when you're shooting rockets. Faith and I discovered that not too long ago. We shot up one of our rockets, and the wind took it far, far away. We never found it. Right? So this is an important little tidbit thing to study, if you're going to send them up high, right? So I did the little wind effect. Did you like that? Well, let me back it up for a second. Look at that. See? The wind effect. There we go. Have a little fun. There it is again, just so you see it up close. Calculation of wind compensation for launching unguided rockets. So we're talking about rockets by Robert L. James Jr. and Ronald J. Harris, Langley Research Center, Langley, Virginia, Langley Field. I would say pretty important stuff, right? All right. But who reads this stuff? Who stays up all night and all day reading stuff? I do. All right, technical note. Here we go. Summary, method for calculating wind compensation for unguided missiles. It is derived from which has a greater degree of flexibility than previously proposed methods, blah, 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 blah. They get into it. So they're telling you, summary, here's what we're up to, trying to figure out how to guide rockets. Yes, sir. Linear aerodynamics, yes. Coefficients with respect to flow, incidence angles are used, launch angles for wind compensation. I mean, it's pretty serious stuff, right? I think you'd probably need to get it right. I know if I was their general or their boss, I'd say you guys better get it right. This stuff's expensive, so let's get it right. Better work. Let's look at this. It says trajectory simulation incorporating the above requirements is presented in reference 8. In addition to the above requirements, this simulation assumes a vehicle with 6 degrees of freedom and aerodynamic symmetry and roll, and the missile position, again, space will deal with that. They don't even, it's not what they're talking about. What we think, what they've told us, and what they know space is, two different things. So when they say it, they don't mean what they've lied about. The missile position in space is computed relative to a flat, non-rotating Earth.